Are you ready to do this? Yeah? Okay, cool. Welcome back to another episode of the Castaway, where you are constantly being deceived by the things that are around you, and parkour will help you. No, it won't. This is episode 5 of season. We don't even know. I have no idea.
Let's get let's top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the
We are castaways. Ahoy there, ahoy. We are castaways. We're
Alright, thank you guys and welcome to another episode. And
Wait. Why are you thanking them?
I'm thanking them for being here. That's what you do, Quinn. As always, when we get started, let's get to the news. Some commotion was caused over a fire that started over on the west. Tucker, what do we got going on?
Recently in the news, we saw recently released videos pretty recently, and there were videos that were recent. So one recent one was the recent one from Modus, and it was pretty recent.
It was very recent.
Yes, there was recently released moves like palm flips that were sketchy, and rail slides, and Joseph Marks.
Another video we had come out, and this one's on IGTV. It is from Soroush. I don't remember the title of it, but the video is about 6 minutes long, and the entire time was just bangers. It's hard to really pick out what parts I like though, because it was so packed and there was so many different things going on that it's hard to really choose what was my favorite. But I do enjoy the creativity that he's choosing to do double axes on though, because there's a couple weird doubles that he does in there that I just don't understand. So
My favorite part is that he can just 360 back handspring anything he wants to.
he just puts his hands on it.
Whatever he wants to, he can just somehow make it happen.
I just love how snappy he is when he gets his setups. There's never really a lot of pauses when he's getting into a move, and he has really creative setups that you can just pop out of nowhere and just
Facts. I have the power!
The next one we have is another IGTV from ShaneParkour, and it's just a cool little video of some of his favorite climbs over the last year, but I don't know, he's just so creative with the way he can climb buildings that it's just honestly beautiful, and I love the way he moves.
True. Man's got a lot of strength in the upper chestal areas, and he uses them in a very, very skilled way.
But make sure you go check it out.
Great video.
Spider Shane. When he was talking to him.
Quinn was the one! Quinn was the one to break it!
The next video is yet another video from Ellis. Now, we keep talking about him, but that's because he keeps putting out bangers, and he got this video for his summer compilation. It's got some of the hardest bar tricks in there, and some actually new clips that I don't think he's ever shown before. Some of them were from his Instagram, but yeah, he decided to save some for this little compilation here, and always throwing in those difficult doubles, and just Ellis. You're a god! And one other thing I'd love to include is the clips where he is at the park in Greece with a bunch of free runners. I think there's Yellow Flow and
the twins.
Bailey, the twins, and a couple other people. But yeah, they were throwing down hard, and all of them are doing cast pulls, lining it 6 people at a time. And that was probably one of the hardest sessions there ever was.
There was just so many tricks being lined just because all of them could throw really crazy bangers like that, and so they just were all let's do it all together, and a beautiful parkour baby video was born. Baby! Wow! Alright, everybody, stop!
You guys are gonna knock it over again. I literally said it.
Okay, well, like I was saying, that's all we have for recent release videos. As we're speaking right now, Beyblade jam is happening. By the time we release this, it's already had happened, so maybe next week we can talk about it a little bit. And then we can talk, and then but Daniel has something else that he wants to talk about, I guess. So
Also, the USA Parkour Cup qualifier schedule has been released, and it looks like they have like competitions going at locations all across America there. So make sure to go check out their social media. So if you guys got a chance, it'd be good to get back into competitions. Hopefully we can definitely keep that going. So, all right, thank you for tuning in. That's all we have for Cree Channel News, ladies and gentlemen.
And now we have Parkour ASMR, brought to you by the Cree Clan.
Alright, and on this next bit we have for you guys, we're going to be talking about something that's been stirring up with the community a little bit more lately in the last couple years. We're going to be talking about how some trickers have been adding a little bit more parkour training to their training, which has been an awesome thing to see.
It is really cool to see because you can see some of the style transitions going from tricking to parkour. You got a lot of the cool flips that are different axes, and especially like the kicks and the one-legged things and just all kinds of grabs. And they're bringing these tricks into parkour and free running with a lot of their ledge tricks and even wall tricks we've seen a lot. And
one thing I think is kind of cool about it is you have athletes like Nico Flow on Instagram, and it's like he has a cool blend of free running mixed with the tricking there that he's really mastered and he has down really well. But also like where it's like you got Bailey here who's transitioned over and he still does crazy things where he's involving his tricking in with his training, but he's also pushing himself in parkour as well, where he's more like pushing himself in Kongs and stuff. But it's still cool to see him start getting into like kind of the more like general parkour things as well at the same time there.
And one other person that has been doing a little bit more parkour himself is Alexander Omidvar. Omid is one of the coolest trickers that I've ever seen before, and I've liked him for a few years now, and he's got the most creative different ways of doing a lot of his tricks, but not only that, he is just so floaty. He just goes in the air, he holds whatever shape he wants or whatever angle he wants. I think he's a rotational axis master for sure. But then he comes through with nice transitions, and he still busts out things like triples and casual different freaking moves that I don't even know the name they are. But yeah, for a long time he had his YouTube running and he was doing weekly videos, maybe closer to daily videos actually, and he was running a Satiety brand, which is represented right here. Yeah, let's go Satiety. But after some time those videos died down a little bit more and we weren't seeing him really post for a while, and that he was taking a little bit of a break. He just needed to kind of regroup and rethink what he was doing, and he came back out. He has Bad Love Company as his new clothing brand, and his YouTube is back popping up as well. So he has guests like Caitlin Ohashi, Joe Scandrick, Callum Powell.
He's hanging out with Lotus people. He's hanging out with Dom a lot. Who's the one really pretty guy in parkour?
Tinloi.
No, I mean
And yeah, in these videos, it actually shows a little bit more of him progressing parkour, and now he hasn't done a whole lot in the name of flips. He'll do some transitions, but he's doing a lot of like more straight parkour, and I mean, he's got the Castaway down, but I've seen him doing a lot of jumps and precisions, and in the most recent video that we saw from him, he actually did do this gainer flip free. But it was one of the craziest gainers. It was more like, it was like almost a lotus close to that, like kind of D-leggy. It was sick though. Never seen anybody do a flip free like that before.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily a flip that most people do when they're getting into parkour, so you don't see a lot of parkour athletes pushing that kind of flip free at all. Yeah, I think it's just cool that because of his background, it made him look at this challenge differently than most people would. But yeah, like that was the thing that was more comfortable and made more sense for him, and that's wild. That's so cool.
Really excited to see what happens and like what like other trickers bring into the the free running world, because I mean we're already seeing a lot of progression and growth through just them joining in just the little bit of time they've been in. So yeah, really excited.
Keep on posting, Omid. We love seeing your stuff, and for all the athletes out there, just try different things. It's fun.
Alright, so that's all we have on Omid and all those other wonderful trickers out there. The only thing that really needs to come next is a crazy WWE get up! Get over here! I think we had enough of the parkour guy mid wrestling WWE get up. Thanks. Love you guys. I got nut tapped like 3 times.
And now it's time for your favorite part of the week. Me.
Hey.
Just kidding. It's time for...
Bro, tell me what happened.
Tell him what just happened, bro.
Let me tell you what just happened. My choice this week is gonna be Ryan from California, the homie. And he did this scoot quad, and he had to touch hands on the landing, but like he was super close. And I'm gonna be honest, it's just so cool to see people pushing quads at this point. I think YOLO flow through it in that same very spot as well. I think to like kind of the same result.
And then the Congena.
Yeah,
stomped it
Congena.
too. Nice. Oh, another
Yeah,
angle of
no.
the quad.
So
That was another
fast.
attempt at the quad.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
But super cool to see people just throwing quads outside. That just
Yeah.
shows progression in this sport, and it's amazing.
Yeah. It's also really cool to see that everyone's assumptions of Ryan are true. Like when he was a kid, everyone made assumptions that he was going to be great and he's going to be godly, and it's literally true.
And not just Ryan, like I feel like all of the kids that kind of grew up in that Sessions gym over in California, they're
Yes.
all bosses.
Yeah, like Riker.
Riker, Jake, Randazzo, and Jaden Harris, 360 Parkour. They're all killers. It's insane. And I happened to just and so the clip that I have is one that is from Ethan Blondel, and this is a highly skilled move. I don't suggest anybody trying it, anybody, anywhere, and that is going to be, well, it takes a second because, he didn't cut his clip. All right, that is a grab to swing double to back. Yeah.
What did he grab?
I don't know. He grabbed the sky.
He grabbed
Oh,
this little pole.
It's like
hanging
a
down.
pole. What the heck?
I gotta say, props for trying it though. That's wild.
He did it from this grab on that pole.
That's insane.
Rob,
And I
please
mean-
try to get that landing.
Yeah, if he tried the double full, he probably at least got the full off of that, and that alone is probably really sketchy. So
Like just the flyaway itself is like, cause that's an easy slip. Yeah, if your hands are, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
ta-da!
Please get that. Please get that. All right, my clip for Bro What Just Happened comes from Simon.pronk. Now, it's nothing really too big or not even really flashy. It just seems really technical and hard, and also just very, very creative the way that he could fill space on the ground, which is my favorite thing is when someone can fill empty space on the ground without having to use like tumbling skills, which here, I mean, it looks crazy to me. I love it, but yeah, from Simon. But yeah, so he goes up, and then he does a hand plant right here. It's kind of a little Pasha-esque, But so he does it in this one at the end of the court.
Sick.
Then he does this one right here again. The same idea. Yeah, and it's really cool. But then he does a swing gainer out of it, and he looks just steezy.
Yeah, that almost looks like a little bit of an air flare kind of. Like,
Kinda,
He gets
yeah.
down and then hops to the other hand and then lands on the other foot. So it's like there's a little bit of an air flare action going in on there.
Yeah. Is that? Stop looking down there.
Oh. And that
It's hey. I don't know where I am right now.
Hey bro, what's this smell like?
It smells like goat cheese smothered on like ham left on the hillside for 3 days. Is that eggs?
No, we need a new sponge, I guess.
Oh, my lip touched it.
Alright, it's time for my game.
It's time for my game.
It's
Get
time
out
for
of
my
here.
game.
Get out of here, Tucker. I'm the game master today.
Alright, Game Master.
I was gonna wear this for the game, but I can't read. So, for the game, it's a very simple idea that everyone knows, but not everyone loves. It is trivia.
Aw.
And for this week, it is Art of Motion version.
God.
So I'm gonna ask 5 questions that all have to deal with the art of motion. And yeah, you guys are gonna have to try to guess it. And like I said, 5 questions. You can earn a point for each question got right. And yeah, whoever has the most at the end wins. Alright, very first question. Who was the first athlete to win 2 Art of Motions in a row? Reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh. Alright, well Tucker, I'll be honest, I really am not sure about that one. Jesse LaFleur, 97-98 for the bonus points. And we have Quinn with DK for 13 and 14. That one's a little more reasonable. The answer, I'm sorry, both of you are incorrect.
That's Pasha, isn't it?
The answer is Pasha, and he did it in 2011 and 2012. As of right now, we are still at 0.
I was closer.
Second question. Alright, who was the first person to win 2 Big Trick Awards in a row? Reveal in 3, 2, 1. Alright, we have Kaylin Chan from Tucker, and we have Alfred Scott from Quen. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think they're right? What was your answer? I'm just kidding, I don't care. Alright, and the answer is Alfred Scott in 2015 and 2016. Alright, for the third question. Who is the first and only American to ever win an Art of Motion?
Wait a second.
There's only ever been one. Looks like Quinn has his answer locked in. Looking confident. Alright, we reveal answers in 3, 2, 1. Alright, okay, so some strong answers. We have Joey Adrian, always a force in every competition, has been in the Art of Motion. Nate Weston, obviously same idea. And the answer is, in 2013, Corey DeMyers.
What? Nate Weston won, I thought.
He's never won an Art of Motion, no.
What? I thought Nate was the. Wait, no, Nate did win one.
Yeah,
When
he took second in 2017.
Oh, that's what it is.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get.
All right, so this one is going to be who has won the best female the most times. It's the only one to ever win it multiple times. All right, do we have our answers?
Yeah.
All right, let's flip them over in 3, 2, 1. We have Sydney Olsen and Sasha Shiva.
Yes.
All right. Now, the answer is Lucy Romberg. You guys are forgetting the old days.
Yeah, true.
All right, before we go into the 5th and final question here, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. We have Tucker sitting at 0, and we have Quinn sitting at 1. So,
You made the questions too hard.
for the 5th question, what did Frosty Fresh call a cork 0 at this last year's Art of Motion?
We just have multiple choice questions.
All right, do we have our answers?
Yeah.
Let's reveal now. Alright, we have a side flip and we have a sketchy gainer. And the answer is Sketchy Gainer!
Yay, sketchy gators.
Yes, Frosty Fresh did refer to Josh Malone's Cork 0 as a sketchy gainer in this last year's AOM. Now, we have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. We are sitting at 1 for both Tucker and Quinn, which means
You get the punishment.
sudden death.
Oh.
Which means that whoever can answer this next question, who took second in the last 2 Art of Motions? The sudden death answer. Reveal in 3, 2, 1. You guys suck.
Ed Scott.
You guys both guessed Ed Scott, and you both are correct, which means we're still in sudden death. I think both of you just got
think we beat the Game Master. I think we beat the Game Master.
Yeah, right.
I think we beat
You
the
can't
Game
beat the Game Master with 2 points. That's not fair. Y'all
You
just
got
suck.
demolished.
I got demolished. You guys didn't answer a majority right. All right, I would have had these.
We had the least amount of points.
I would have had these answers. I'm Game Master, so I think it means that both of you get it. But no, you guys both get punishment now.
No, you get
Daniel.
punishment.
Stop.
All right, so that was trivia. Because they both were still tied and both missed a majority of the questions, I think they just both need to pick a punishment, honestly. They need to read up on their parkour history a little bit more for next time.
Lemon juice shot.
Lemon juice shot.
Gross concoction.
Woo!
Gross concoction.
Alright, so this is fun because both of you guys get to drink something wonderful. We got a lemon shot for Tucker, and Quen gets a mixture of whatever Tucker and I want to put into his glass.
Come on. No.
Alright. These are lovely mixtures. We got the lemon juice and the concoction of whatever it is.
What? What is that? Oh gosh, there's no way I'm drinking all this.
Cheers, Quen.
Wow.
Dude, went for it. Get out of my mouth. What the? Literally, you wanted me to drink all of that? I'm done. This video's over. Cue the end scene.